Hey Booktube, welcome back. I'm Winx, and the ink I'm talking about today is the Make a Meal of It tag. This tag was created by Elena from Elena Reads, and I was tagged to do it by Laura from The Magic of White Pages. Elena and Laura are of course both lovely, and I will put links to their channels down below so you can go check it out. The basic idea of this tag is to choose a genre and then find books in that genre to make a meal. I thought it sounded super fun, so I'm going to give it a try, and the genre I'm choosing is SFF since that's sort of my go-to genre. Number 1 is the Starter/Appetizer, which is a short story or short story collection. And for this, I'm choosing the Legend of Drizzt collection by R.A. Salvatore, which is a series set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe and follows the main character of Drizzt Do'Urden. This collection is how I first discovered R.A. Salvatore, and specifically the audio version of the collection. It's amazing because each story has a different narrator, and the narrators that they picked are just golden. There are some geeky celebrities that you would sort of expect to be narrating a D&D book, like Felicia Day and Will Wheaton, but then there's also like Weird Al and David Duchovny, and of all people, Ice-T. That was actually my favorite one because he pronounces the W in sword, and sword comes up a lot in the story. And there's also just something really amusing about hearing Ice-T say things like Drizzt Do'Urden and Minzo Berenzon, and yeah, it was very good. I highly recommend it. Number 2 is The Main Dish, or a large novel, and for this I'm picking Sword of Storms by George R.R. Martin. This is the third book in A Song of Ice and Fire, and also about the last book that I read that I was really following the story. I really need to reread book 4 because I feel like it just kind of lost me at that point, but according to Goodreads, this is the longest book that I have read, and it is 1,177 pages. So, pretty good main dish. Number 3 is The Side Dish, or a book with less than 400 pages, and for this I'm choosing Red Shirts by John Scalzi. This is such a fun book and a super fast read. It's just over 300 pages, and the writing style just makes it fly by. This book is set in basically the Star Trek universe without really being the Star Trek universe, and the main character is basically becoming aware that every time there is an away mission, there is a high-ranking officer that somehow makes it out of these super lethal, dangerous situations, and there's always a low-ranking officer wearing a red shirt who does not make it and dies. And he starts to unravel this whole mystery. There's this whole weird meta thing going on, and I just thought it was a really fun read and pretty hilarious at times. Especially if you are a Star Trek fan, you will probably enjoy this. Number 4 is Cheese, an oldie but goodie. For this one, I'm choosing War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. This book is really interesting because it was published in the 1890s, before man could fly, but it is involving an invasion with a Martian-like spaceship, and there's ray guns. It's kind of a slam on Victorian society, and also delving in and exploring human behavior and how humans react when faced with the unthinkable. It's just the sort of book that is timeless and also before its time, and I just think that is really neat, so that is my cheese. Number 5 is Dessert, which is a book with a sweet ending. I actually had a hard time picking this one. I think I tend to read books that are kind of tragic, or that have cliffhangers, or just ongoing series, and I couldn't think of many that really wrap up with a sweet ending. So I actually picked a novella that I read fairly recently, and that is Penrick's Demon. I just thought that was a really cute read, and I really liked the relationship in it, and I thought that it set things up in the end in a sweet way that I wish I would have been able to continue on with the story and see how it would have progressed, but yeah, that's the only one that I could really think of that kind of fit in with this, so nah. Number 6 is Coffee, or a book that got your adrenaline pumping. For this one, I'm picking another recent read, which is Morning Star by Pierce Brown. This was the final book in the Red Rising trilogy and was just so exciting, so thrilling. I could not stop reading it. And yeah, I was just sweating and panicking through a lot of the book, but it was worth it. It was a great read and definitely got my adrenaline pumping. Then last on the list is your dinner guests, or who you are tagging. So this one I'm actually going to tag a few people because the other tag videos that I've done I didn't really tag anybody. So of course I'm also tagging anyone who's interested in doing it, but specifically I am going to tag Kelsey from Kelsey Fish, Jenny King, Lauren from Lauren in the Books, and Brittany from Under the Radar Books. So those are my dinner guests, and that is my meal, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you to Elena for creating this tag and to Laura for tagging me. I hope everybody's week is going well, and I will talk to you later. Bye!